beautiful mother and woman of God, because I think a mother is a woman of God regardless. Today is the next Friday video, and I'm excited. I'm excited because I'm going to talk about something that I'm asked constantly, and sometimes, what's the word? Like frenetically, if you want. Because in Motherhood as a Road to Heaven on Earth, I talk about purpose and vision and mission and objectives and connection with God and all of those wonderful terms that sometimes we as mothers don't have the time to really explore deeper and deeper. And yesterday I had this very interesting situation. I met a mother and who approached me and said, please tell me how I discovered my mission. And she was very clear and very interesting the way she said. She says, but my mission. I say, yes, I know what the word mission means. And so we sit down and we had a dialogue. And I started by asking her questions, first of all, because that's my approach. That's my natural approach. And then I began to share with her what takes to discover your mission. As a mother, as a woman, as a businesswoman, as a professional, as a stay-home mom, whatever it is that you are and whatever it is that you're doing and wherever you are, yes, discovering your mission makes a huge difference, because you wake up every morning saying, God, here I am, use me for my mission, for the mission that you gave me. And it is interesting how things develop throughout the day. So, okay, right on. I know I had a little preamble, but here we go. To discover your mission, I have three radical changes that we need to make. And number one is to put God first. Number two is to know that when you find your mission, you'll be provided for that mission. In other words, you don't have to worry mentally or emotionally or physically or spiritually about money or anything that you believe that you need for that mission, because you will be provided. And number three, you could share your mission with your children so that they become an important part of this process, because living your mission, your vision, your purpose is a process. And let me go into more details here. This lady, the lady that I talked to yesterday, she said, well, so tell me, how do you find it? What do you do? And I said, well, first of all, I needed to know who I was, my true identity. I needed to find out who I was, because as Socrates says, know thyself. And when you get to know yourself, then your intrinsic value is not about the outside. It's not about approval from others. It's not about how you look. It's not about your achievements. It's not about what others say about you. It's not about the externals. When you know who you are and your intrinsic value, in my case, and in the case of Motherhood as a Road to Heaven on Earth, as a child and daughter of God, then you don't have to worry about the external, and you don't have to worry about finding ways of being approved or being recognized or being, what's the word that I want to use, or being validated is the word. You don't have to. All you have to think about it is ways of connecting every day with God, with the Holy Spirit, waiting to hear His voice, and then doing and being what you hear. And you will hear it. You will hear it. Literally hear, go here, do this, call this person, write this, pick up this book, look at this video. It is something that I cannot explain, but that will happen when you truly are committed to finding out your mission, to living it, and to being grateful for that mission that God has placed in your heart. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, when you are living your mission, really what you're living is the path of faith and love. And when I say faith and love, meaning you are truly connected, and your whole purpose is to maintain your day living in the presence of God every day. I know this sounds very spiritual, and you might say, but how do I do this when I have, 2 or 3 or 4, I don't know how many kids with me, asking for my attention and asking me to do things for them and asking me to, to be this and that. Well, let me assure you that when you are connected and when you know that you're living your mission, things become very clear to you. You have this ability to know what you need to do and what you need to postpone. You get this ability to find out what your distractions are and what is really calling you for your attention. And you need and you will really be able to discern what is the walk, the road to take, and what is the one not to take. And of course, living in His presence, again, is a process. But I can assure you that you will be able to reach this when you decide, number one, that you want to live your mission, and number two, that you put in God as your number one priority, and number three, when you develop what is called the growth mindset. The growth mindset is a mindset where you know that you're always growing, that your purpose in life is to continue to advance. To advance where? To advance towards that vision, the master vision that God has for you. And when you do that, then you'll be able to live that and demonstrate or teach your son and your daughter by your example of what it means to live your life as a mission that comes from God, and that's a purpose that is given to you, and with what I call the master vision, which in Motherhood as a Road to Heaven on Earth, of course, the vision is heaven on earth. And heaven on earth is a set of, how could I say, it's a set of attitudes, it's a set of beliefs, it's a set of ways of speaking, of thinking, of feeling, that puts you in a setting where, regardless of your circumstances, you will be able to choose peace, love, and joy. Well, I want to leave you here. Today is Friday, and I know that this message, you needed to hear this message. I know that for sure. And so ask me any questions, send me any concerns, any things that you still have in your mind. And as the lady that I was talking to yesterday said, I still have a lot of questions. I say, yes, I know. So just reach out and let's have the dialogues that need to happen for you to continue with this process. Okay, so have a wonderful and blessed weekend, and I'll see you next Friday. God bless you.